I love being involved in my sports club. So many good times, and friendships that last a lifetime.
But there are moments when what's going on in the team doesn't fit with our Christian faith. The obscene language, the coarse jokes, the drunkenness. How can we be all in with the team and show them the love of Christ?
Great question. When we describe ourselves as Christians, we're often watched more closely. Our teammates want to see what difference our faith makes, and it's the things that we say and do that really define us in their eyes.
So we've always got to be thinking about how to behave as a Christian, without cutting ourselves off from the team by saying no to all the social events.
Well, let's remind ourselves what makes us different. Here's a bit of a letter the Apostle Paul wrote to the church in Ephesus. Follow God's example, therefore, as dearly loved children, and walk in the way of love, just as Christ loved us and gave himself up for us as a fragrant offering and sacrifice to God.
So hang on, we're supposed to walk in the way of love. The way we speak and act is more about our care for others than about our own reputation.
Yes, but let's not miss the crucial bit at the start. We're God's dearly loved children. In your club, constantly remember this: God is your Father. He's more committed to you than the greatest parent ever. He'll give us love to care for our teammates, and he'll keep loving us when we don't get things right.
Okay, so what does that love look like?
Well, let's read on. Among you there must not be even a hint of sexual immorality, or of any kind of impurity, or of greed, because these are improper for God's holy people. Nor should there be obscenity, foolish talk, or coarse joking, which are out of place, but rather thanksgiving.
That can be really hard in a sports team. I struggle with some of those.
Yeah, we all have struggles in this area. But this isn't about being perfect. The point is that we need to keep asking our Heavenly Father for the power and love to live in the way we know is right, in areas of sexual ethics, selfishness, greed,
and how we speak. We can have lots of fun in our sport. We don't need to abuse others to have a laugh.
Totally. I love how Paul says these behaviours are to be replaced with thanksgiving. When we become Christians, God gives us grateful hearts.
And he makes us into his own dearly loved children. It's the love of God that shapes our behaviour. So we're not boring, but loving. We don't go along with everything our teammates do, but we're so thankful for them.
And did you spot verse 18? Paul tells us, do not get drunk on wine, but instead be filled with the Spirit. He keeps putting these alternatives next to each other. Of course it's more fun to be filled with his Spirit than to be drunk.
And then he tells us, be very careful then how you live, not as unwise but as wise, making the most of every opportunity because the days are evil.
So this is how the new identity we've been given can change our behaviour in our sports club. Being careful, wise, and looking for opportunities. Thinking before training, before walking into the changing room, before the match starts. Thinking about what you will do under pressure when you're dropped from the lineup or when you win. Thinking before you go for a night out with the team.
So we can go deep in the world of sport. As a dearly loved child of God, loving others by what we say and how we behave, and going to our Father in heaven for help when we mess up, making the most of every opportunity to point others to him.